boxing fight, and it lived up to the billing, and yeah, it was just a really special one to be a part of. But very proud of the way our boys stuck strong to what we wanted to do right throughout, and to walk away with 2-2 is a nice reflection of a great series.
Has that pleased you the most in many ways, the fact that you did go 2-0 down, but the approach never wavered and you still played entertaining cricket?
Yeah, look, I'll be lying if I said it wasn't challenging at the time. I think you come into the series with lofty ambitions of how you want to play, and when both teams start on an even keel, you're pretty strong with that belief. But when you do go 2-0 down, and particularly in games where you felt like you had your opportunities to be able to win as well, can be quite testing. But with the skipper is convincing in his in his belief in the direction he wants his team to take, and the senior players that we had and the experience we've got within the group, we were able to hold the fort the way we did. And I think, if anything, we got better and better as the series went on. So that was probably the most pleasing aspect, to stay true when you are under pressure. And I think what we've seen in the last 3 matches in particular is a team really grow up and really sort of come to terms with the style of cricket that we want to play, and become more accustomed to it in the biggest of cauldrons.
Your captain's just said there to Athers that hindsight never loses, but if you cast your mind back to Edgbaston Lords, Stuart mentioned it just a bit earlier, perhaps could have done the tactics slightly differently, not taking the second new ball at Edgbaston. Moeen said to me on interview a few days ago that perhaps you could have just won key moments. Do you look back on those and think such small margins, could have tweaked it and we could have won the Ashes?
Yeah, I think, as both Pat and Stokesy said, there's many times right throughout there you're going to look back and say, could I have done something differently? But I don't think we would have been able to come back from 2-0 if we had had that as our mindset. For us, it was about having total conviction in our methods, and not having any regrets about what we did. And in the end, it brought about our best cricket. And there'll be times you look back and say, maybe, but that's not the way that you want to operate either. You just want to keep looking forward and trying to achieve special things, and bouncing back in the series to level it was one of those.
Stuart Broad there, his last test match, he wanders off into retirement. He's there with his great mate Jimmy Anderson. He said to us before a ball was bowled, I'll probably only get through a couple of test matches because of the schedule. He played all 5, fully committed. What a performance.
Look, it's hard to really sum up in a few short words to what Stuart Broad's about, and what the impact that he's had on this game, but what he's been able to bring to that dressing room over the last sort of 14-15 months that I've seen, been around, is nothing short of unbelievable. He's a true competitor, as everyone keeps alluding to, but it's also the belief that he gives other people in that shed too. And he writes his own scripts in a way, and to go out with the fairy tale that he has done is testament to that. So we're going to miss him a huge amount. He's still, obviously, he'll be in the dressing room when the opportunity arises, when coming down from the skybox, no doubt. But, just one of those guys who he deserves to leave on his terms, and very fondly, and you can look back on his career with incredible contentment, because what he's been able to achieve is absolutely amazing.
Is that something you've been proud of, the way that you have kept going throughout the series, fitness-wise, that you, as a coaching staff, as a backroom staff, have to make sure not only are they ready for the first ball at Edgbaston, but the last ball here as well? So the management and workload of players that Stuart Broad, aged 37, is